Oh, you're all muted. What the fuck?
Ah,
Oh my god.
and it 40s Batman intro. That's what it's about.
Some 40s. You guys not see that then?
Mate, that Batman intro was sick.
You know what? I'm just gonna play it for y'all again. This is Nathan's.
That was a straight
Yeah,
up
man.
pow.
Yeah, man.
This is Nathan's facts or craps. I was drunk when I was making them.
Oh, you're drunk now. Not
Mate,
full
they're amazing.
concentration.
But I'm not gonna lie, it took a lot of fucking time to do this.
I think it's jerk.
I'm really happy with it, man.
I like it.
I've also got mine and Jordan's, but you'll have to see and wait to see that. You'll have to
yeah.
wait to see
Who's
that,
that
guys. Go on then, Nathan. Yeah, fucking.
Let's
go
go,
on,
let's go.
fire away, man. Yeah, man. What are these, man? Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. It is a Windows fucking screensaver. You should see the rest, mate. They're all just as good.
Right, so like I said, it's hardcore mode tonight.
So this is not multi-choice.
No multi-choice. You've got to tell me your answer.
No news tonight, boys. Just games and chills.
Games
Do
chill.
your Eve special.
I'll get my dick out for any lucky subscriber that gives us £1 million tonight.
I think we might get £1 million people to get your dick out. So,
That's up for grabs.
win.
Literally up for grabs if you've got $1 million. Literally.
Literally for grabs.
Go on then.
So, question 1. What position did the creator of the Game Boy have at Nintendo?
Sad.
Go on. What was that then?
Fucking hell. COVID and that.
What position did the creator of the Game Boy have at Nintendo?
Purple Donkey said janitor.
What do you guys reckon it is?
Yeah.
Assistant.
I was thinking a receptionist or something like that, man.
Assistant.
Assistant.
Yeah, like a PA.
Mama was sucking dick.
Right, well, I'd like to say that Purple Donkey were actually right.
Yes, the janitor.
The
Yes.
janitor, mate.
Yes,
Other-
Purple Donkey, keep your score, mate. Keep your score. You might get crowned the fucking Prime Minister tonight.
Prime Minister.
Jacob Boris. Jacob Boris Johnson.
What's the name, Jordan, again? I've had a few rums, so my thoughts have left.
What? Oh, El Presidente. No,
El Presidente, that's it.
El Presidente.
Oh, sad saying he also worked on the assembly line.
It depends
Mm.
what sort of Nintendo we're going for. If we're going for the Love Hotel Nintendo or the Toy Shop Nintendo, or they went through a lot of stages, didn't they?
Nathan going in hard with this hard mode, you know.
Mm.
Gunpei.
Good
Second
pie.
question.
I'm gonna have a quick Google of Gunpei. Gunpei Yokai.
Yo,
Yokai.
Stephen.
Yokai. Steven,
Okay, with the guy that
welcome.
did- oh,
Gunpei, yeah.
Jacob didn't even know question. He got it right. Joker.
What popular dining franchise is the founder of Atari also responsible for?
What?
Hmm.
Popular dining franchise.
Sean found that very funny.
It's hilarious.
Background. That's all. Say it again. Say it again.
What popular dining franchise is the founder of Atari also responsible for? Does that even make sense?
Phrases.
Brazzers.
Fucking hell. I don't know, you know.
Do you guys know anyone who pays for porn?
Fucking hell.
let me have a
Jordan's
shout.
like, yeah, I know someone. I know
Yeah,
someone.
shout.
I know. Pornhub were giving away free things over lockdown.
Do you know that?
Yeah, guys. Free premium things. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
We should
why?
we should have got a sponsor with Pornhub. You know how many people are freaking watching right now? Go put the error code in on Pornhub and get a free membership. Oh my fucking god!
Oh,
Mate.
chunky cheese. Yo,
Mate.
Kickboy's throwing out them right good answers, you know.
Kickboy got it right.
What,
Is it chunky cheese?
It's fucking Chuck E. Cheese, mate.
Yo,
Oh my god!
big
Big answers.
That was
Five
big.
Nights. Oh no, fucking yeah, Chuck E. Cheese, man.
Right, this is an easy one.
You say this?
What is the most expensive video game made to date?
It's Super
The most
Mario.
expensive made.
The most
Like-
expensive video game made
Today.
Cyberpunk.
Do you mean production, or
Everything.
like just what everything?
It's either Cyberpunk or Destiny.
I think it'll be like Modern Warfare 2 or some shit, man.
Nah, bruv.
Halo.
Don't spoil it, Kike.
Cyberpunk or Destiny. Oh wait, no. he said
Oh
no.
wait.
You're gonna kick yourself.
No,
man.
in Avengers.
Nah. No, it
You're
can't be.
gonna kick yourself when I tell you.
Yeah, it better be fucking Dark Souls or Demon Souls. I swear to fucking God.
Because them also tag Monster Hunter.
Oh, Monster, no.
The answer is GTA 5.
GTA 5?
What? Well,
It's
GTA 5 is
expensive.
the most expensive game to be made today.
wow.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You were
GTA
nearly
5?
right though. Sam were nearly right with Modern Warfare.
Really?
I think that's second.
Oh fucking hell, that's
GTA 5?
Yeah, GTA 5.
I don't think it's allowed to be classed
Well-
as the most expensive game made when it was made like literally about 200% profit.
and it's been fucking out on three generations of consoles.
Trust me.
These guys are cheating.
Cheating.
fucking
Understatement.
fucking
Fucking
cheaters.
Understatement.
Fucking hell, GTA 5, yeah. I'm not surprised about that, to be honest. 'Cause it is
Nah, I am surprised. I'm
Yeah.
very surprised. Yeah.
No, because if you think about like if it's been over 3 generations of consoles, the amount
mate.
of money that's
Amount of
put
time
into that game
accumulated.
every year, it's like having three. It's like having Witcher 1, 2, and 3 each year, but instead it's just one game.
I know, but still.
Dirty that.
GTA 5, eh? Fucking hell.
Man, how much they had to spend on that? Fucking hell. Skyrim. What about fucking Doom and a fucking
Do you want a pregnancy test?
pregnancy test? Oh, my man runs it off of potatoes. I don't even know what he plugs it
What
into.
game is that playing in the background? Is that Die Hard? Stop it, that's fucking Die Hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I had to put Die Hard on just because of the time of year. Because
Die Hard trilogy.
was announced the other day as a Christmas movie. The other
Oh,
day,
yeah, damn
I'd say like last month it was officially announced. So I had to Die Hard.
Die
trilogy.
Hard. Is that Die Hard trilogy, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Man, game is sick.
Sick in it. I just
Why does no one want P-Hub? Why we call it P-Hub? Oh, yeah,
no
you
no
probably get
no one should be wanting to get P-Hub anymore. Hey, why was that? Why not?
Look at Nathan. Nathan's like, why don't I want P-Hub anymore? Why do I need to
never
cancel
like
my membership?
never like yo what? Why have to cancel my membership?
It took off all their vids by non-verified users. Sad, I'm a bit worried that you fucking know so much information. Like,
It's definitely
Jacob.
sucking it.
just look at my fucking Facebook photos.
It was in the news, man. That's nice information. That's nice to know.
I've actually got loads of questions, so just you
Fucking
tell me
just
when
fire
to stop.
away, mate. I'm drinking me. I'm happy. Let's go.
Fire a couple more, and then we're gonna do this
Yeah,
tier list.
we're gonna be doing a tier list very shortly.
Seven,
On dick
seven,
sizes,
seven,
mine's the biggest.
go on. Instant orgasm. What did you say?
I said we're doing a one on big dick sizes, and mine's at the top.
Oh, okay. I think yours
In
will be the other one,
opposite.
Right, moving on from that.
Boys to
Wonderful,
men, back again. Doing the East Coast swing.
You'd love it.
Boys to men, going up. Go on.
Jacob, you fucking joker.
The moves. Jordan is stripping off and Nevin's fucking.
Oh yeah, that's where we're going, man. I put my coat back on.
Oh yeah, my heating's on and I'm fucking dying.
Right, hang on. What did I say?
Purple, don't get.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I did wonder where my favorite videos went this morning. Yo, you telling me?
You fucking joke. Oh,
Go on, Nevin. We are not sponsored by Pornhub.
Terms and conditions apply.
Go on.
In the original Legend of Zelda game, why was the maximum amount of rupees set at 255? Put that in your pipe and smoke it, boys.
Fuck you, mate. I think the only person who'll know this is Kickboy. Kickboy still on about Pornhub.
I got you, man.
255.
I'll read it again.
Is it?
In the original Legend of Zelda game, why was the maximum amount of rupees set at 255?
Because they didn't have enough space to put any more in.
Yeah, I thought it was because of the cost of an item.
I wonder if
You're
that's.
kind of on the right tracks, Jordan. There, to be fair.
Oh.
Because they didn't have
Yeah.
enough space.
It's just the way it's worded here. But yeah, basically, in an 8-bit system, there was only so much of an integer value that was allowed, and
Oh,
that exceeded
wow.
it.
That's fucked, that really.
Well done, man.
Another
Purple Donkey missed the question and he will just say 420. He has a
Yeah, see if you can get this one. What
Go
was
on.
the first gaming console to have internal memory? And how much for a bonus dick in the ass?
Oh, I want a bonus dick in my ass.
I think it was the Atari.
Internal memory. Original Xbox.
So, I think it's the Atari, but I don't know what system.
I'm saying original Xbox.
Tamagotchi.
Oh shit!
The answer
Is it a Game Boy game?
is the Sega Saturn.
Sega Saturn.
It shipped with 1 megabyte of internal memory.
Oh my goodness!
Yo, no load times.
Sega Saturn. No more times.
Yo, that Sega Saturn, yeah, I used to have one of them once upon a time. And
Once upon
them
a-
cases were fucking huge, mate. They was like the size of a Switch. And
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, do you remember the RAM slots in the N64? There was like a fucking brick.
no.
You could upgrade it from like 32 megabytes to 64 megabytes. Oh, no,
What,
64
and
to like 128 or something.
Oh, what? I'm
Right,
fucking.
come Let's get one more in and let's do this.
Yeah,
let's do
this- This last one I'll rock you.
Oh,
soft
Dreamcast
spot.
controller.
I do remember the Dreamcast controller. I've got 3 of them below me.
Tonk.
What game did the character Sonic first appear in?
Say that one more time for me.
What game did the character Sonic first appear in?
What game?
Yeah.
I bet it's some fucking Dr. Robotnik shit. Rad Mobile.
Was it like a Dr. Robotnik Tetris game or some shit?
Yeah, trust me, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm just gonna say, Kickboy, you have got that wrong. You've worded it wrong. So, hang boy, hang boy.
That's why this was a.
Egg and Eddie.
If it was Mario, it is Donkey Kong, so I get the point for that, right?
Jacob clutching.
Yeah,
Put in there.
yeah, I don't know.
Sonic first appeared as an air fresher. Hang on.
An air fresher.
An air fresher.
An air refresher. Right. Hang on. Where am I reading? In the 1991 Sega release, Red Mobile. Red.
Red Mobile.
Oh my
Let
god.
me just have a quick Google of this, because
An air fresher.
An air fresher.
An air fresher. Mama's spraying his room.
I call VAR. I'm scared to search Red Mobile.
What, Red Mobile a game? It was a game. Was it a game?
Sonic first appeared as an air refresher in the 1991 Sega release, Red Mobile.
19 what?
1991 Sega release, Red Mobile.
Oh no. I'll give this one to Sad. He is right.
Ah, shit.
It's Rad Mobile.
It is rad.
Bastard. My sources seclude me.
No,
Rad,
yeah.
right word.
Rad
Sad, did you get the
Mobile.
point for that? Well done.
You get the bonus
Oh my
point in your
God.
ass as well.
Look how
Rad.
fucking tiny he is. I've got a fucking screenshot here.
Put it on thingy. On stream.
Oh, yeah, well, one sec.
I was gonna sue.
I don't know if you'll be able to all see that, but he's just there.
Just at the top, innit?
No, I apologise and well done.
Yeah, he's just there.
Strong.
I don't know if I can zoom in.
You can see him. You can see him. Anyone who can't see that needs to shit out. Sad, I know you wear glasses, you might struggle.
Yeah, man, well done. Serious time.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That I like shit like that.
But
Tell
I
me
didn't know that. I didn't
Go
know
on,
that.
go on, Nathan. Do one more before we fucking
Are
jump
you
on.
sure?
Jordan, are you happy to do one more?
Yeah, do one more. I just want to get into this tier list, see what everybody's got to say.
Ooh. Oh, sorry, one sec. Let me just sort that out. Controls.
Do you want an easier one or a harder one or what?
We're doing our own tier list for Game of the Game Awards.
So the tier list is the We Are Era Game Awards tier list.
I've got one for you.
Oh, I can't wait to get into this. Give it to me, baby.
How many people sing in the opening song to Skyrim?
What the fuck?
Dog, because I was just about to do the fucking Halo theme song.
Four? Elliot coming straight in with that fucking hell.
Oh, big ear. No, that's also Halo. That's also Halo.
It's over 50 but lower than 100. 7.
It's not. It's not in that region. Kicky boy.
Alright, is it more than 10?
No.
I don't think it's more than 10.
I think
It's more than 10.
It is more
it
than
is
10.
more than 10. I'm going to say 20. No, I'm going to say 16.
Oh, you piece of shit. I'm going to say 15. I'm going to say 15.
Because you can have 4 of each type.
Oh shit.
It is a group of 30 people.
Oh
But
shit.
with editing, they make it sound like 90.
Good. It's good. I like
That is a good one. That is a
I like
good
that.
one. Pardon me.
Mm,
Right,
That
guys.
That was fucking.
Just while everyone's here, before we move on to the tier list, go check Warrior Gaming competitions out. They have an Xbox on at the moment. They have some free competitions on at the moment.
Use our code.
Use error 10. Use error 10.
Get off, man.
Get that 10%
Error
off on checkout. Use error 10 to get your cheap ass tickets. They've got 60 tickets left on an Xbox Series S. I know it's an S, but it's only like £2 a ticket or something like that.
I know they've only got a couple of tickets left as well.
Yeah. They had a Stream Deck up, which is also sold out. AirPods draw today.
They do cash, tax-free cash. They do gaming vouchers. Fucking everything, man. Just everything you could imagine game-wise. These guys do it, and they do it at a fair price. At like what, £1 a ticket, if that.
Yeah,
It's even better price when you use that discount.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, even better. Even fucking better. And that was a cat. Right, so let's get onto this fucking tier list. Let me get this up.
I can't wait for this.
So, guys,
I just want to the Purple Donkey. I just want to say that it was something like they said that it sounded more like 90 based on how like high the frequency of the sound was. That's the sort of thing they were going for. With editing in, you can sort of choose how many people you want in. It's like the same with video editing. Once you've done like filmed 4 guys, you can just edit the rest in, and you know what I mean.
Kick by Facts and Craps isn't on every episode, but we are going to be having more of them games over the next series. I think we're gonna
alternate between Facts or Craps. What game is yours? What game is it? What game is it?
What game is that again?
What game is that? And then mine is Who's That Nerd?
If you all want to see the intros, do you want to see the intros? I'll play them. Don't matter. No, we'll leave it.
Well, I can tell you where FIFA's going. It's going fucking ET.
Stan, you better chill out, you boy.
ET.
You better chill out, boy. Chill out, boy.
Sam, would you mind making an extra one below ET and put FIFA in it, please?
No, don't you fucking dare.
Right, so
if you do that, Mario's going in there.
I would. The only game I can see here that should be an ET.
Oh, you guys are a joke.
It's probably Avengers.
I'm about to say Avengers. Although it was okay. It was. I don't know if
I think FIFA, as far as development, is very good. I just think it's overrated.
All right, let's stick to one. Listen, you little let's stick to. Because let's face it, out of this whole list, I've played more of these than you fuckers.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's just a copy and paste, and there's no debate in that. FIFA 1 is FIFA 21. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you something.
Just with better ball physics. That's all they had. Better ball physics. Ball physics.
Yeah.
Ball.
Who doesn't want better ball physics? Huh?
Cyberpunk, maybe.
No, you know, right. Can I just say the reason why I don't like them is because they monopolize the whole game. Like no one else is allowed to make a football game because of that. It's bullshit.
I'm not gonna lie. I've had a few people come in since working at game asking for Pez.
I don't know. The thing is, yeah, I'm gonna throw it out there.
Pez isn't a contender.
Pez isn't a proper contender, but I honestly feel that it is possible to go and make a new game. 2K did it with NBA. It's a perfect example of NBA Live was always EA, and then 2K came with this NBA game, and it was fucking sick.
Man, I fucking played them NBA games What the fuck is a backcourt violation?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
thing
Like,
is, it's more about it's more about the teams, isn't it? And without the teams licensed on your game, people aren't going to go. Like, why would they? They just you play on FIFA.
I think there's
Mario-
more.
Like
I
monopolize.
think there's more. I think there's more. I think there's more licensed on PES now.
Yeah, but I bet it's not even. I bet it's not even 50%. Bet it's not even like.
No,
half.
no. I think it's just. I think it's your top leagues, so your Premier League.
I think Kickboy's
all
right
your-
there.
all your top leagues. Anime makes everything better.
Yeah.
I agree. I ain't even seen that anime, but I've seen it. I've seen bits of it through Crunchyroll and that. And
I'm tempted to buy the game, mate, because that game looks fucking sick.
You should buy what before you
the
buy
only
that. If you
FIFA game I actually like is FIFA Street 1 and 2. They are
should get-
actually good games.
Code Vein. Well, this is what I mean. The new FIFA has Volta, which is FIFA
Yeah,
Street.
it's FIFA Street, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, why?
Come on, let's dive in, guys.
I want to.
FIFA got this chat going.
Let's dive into this.
I don't want to give it any more.
Alright.
So let's
Nathan, you pick first. Nathan, pick first. Nathan.
go on,
Right.
go on.
FIFA 21.
You-
No. That's not going first.
Among
Go
Us,
on.
is how we're doing it.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Do we
Okay.
get to choose or what?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, we get to choose. I'm gonna put to cause a bit of problem. I'm gonna put Cyberpunk in the game of the year.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm all right. Let's see what the human say. Yeah.
I don't
Let's
think
see.
you're allowed to say that word, sad, but I'll allow it.
Wow.
Fucking.
Someone ban him, man.
We do not condone any racism or sexism or anything. Just this one time. No.
Oh,
That's it.
Making it worse.
That's all you can say. That's the last time. That's the
Well, I
last
think he
time.
means he's a Pakistani, and that is the yeah. See, it is short. It just depends on the context you use it in, I guess.
Nice.
I guess if you're Del Boy from the corner shop and you start calling everyone as they're walking past, then yeah, it's bad.
Honestly, like I haven't seen the console version. I haven't experienced that, but I don't care. I've experienced it on the PC and it's good.
So
Cyberpunk
yeah,
should be up there.
Devil's Tear said could have waited, which I don't know.
I personally think, okay, I'm gonna throw it out there. It's a tough contender. I simply wouldn't have put it in could have waited for one very good reason. That is two. One, you had all the fans raging because it wasn't coming out quick enough. And then when it finally comes out, you don't want another delay. You don't want it. And that's not how it works. You can't ask for something and then not want it. Do you know what I mean? Like, as a massive game company, you know that you should delay this game, but you know for a fact that everyone's
You're gonna get fucking torch and pitchforks.
I mean, I think tough contender.
Nathan,
For me, personally, out of everything that's there, that is the best thing I've played this year.
I personally think like, don't get me wrong, you know, if you've got a PC, you can play it. Yeah, but the thing is, you guys are being way too biased. This is what I mean. You have to think of everything as a whole.
All right,
Like, yes,
I'll allow it to go down to tough contender, but it ain't
Yeah.
going down to could have waited, man.
I personally think if you're a console player, yeah, it could have waited because
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Yeah, I agree.
But at the same time, as an overall game and what it is, it's an amazing game.
Its next big release, like people are saying, Game of Year edition, that'll actually be good because it'll be a fixed up version of the game for console people as well as PC. Because, like, don't get me wrong, you're always going to get them silly little bugs in games, especially that
Yeah.
side.
some games it makes the game. You know, like there's some games out there that make it.
No, that's what I agree with what Sad's saying. It could have been Game of the Year, but it came out and it just didn't work because it didn't get enough attention because the developers weren't given enough time to give it enough attention. So I think saying could have waited or overrated is way too
So
harsh
guys,
this game.
Throw out your answers right now.
I
Tough contender,
personally-
game of the year, or could have waited. It's in
I
that
personally
section.
think-
I think it could have waited. Unless you currently have Ghost of Tsushima and Hades should. Well, we'll get to them, Kickboy. We'll get to them. Tough
I think
contender.
Cyberpunk-
I think,
Yeah, man, I agree.
yeah, tough contender. Yeah.
After everything that's been said, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Jordan, you go next, lad. You pick next.
I'm gonna go. Don't want to do it. I'm gonna go. There's two that I love on here massively, but I'm gonna pick Demon Souls.
Demon Souls.
The
Where
remake.
Where would you say that goes then?
Not being a bias, a tough contender. Being a bias, definitely game of the year because the game was fucking immense. Like there is actually, when you play a game and you think to yourself, "Oh, that just doesn't work. That's not working, or that's a little bit wrong." When you play Demon Souls, you generally don't have that. You don't have any that doesn't work, or there's a bug, or something like that. I literally played the game all the way through and had no issues.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, but what I would say. Wait, never mind. Play it as game of the year. It's such a console seller. It's a tough contender.
I personally,
Jordan, can I ask?
Yeah.
Because in terms of the PlayStation 3 version I've played, that is up there with. I mean, I can't play it well, but it's up there with the best games that I've played ever. And
Demon Souls.
The Demon Souls, does it translate perfectly from the PS3 version just with better graphics, or is there little changes or?
Oh no, dude, it's completely changed. Like it's not even like a little bit changed from the PS3 graphics. Like it is a full remake.
Including?
No, not the story. So this is what I mean. Like they've added in a couple of new areas and they've added in some new mechanics. But genuinely, the story and the gameplay is pretty much not gameplay. The story and the game characters are pretty much the same. You fight the same kind of enemies, but the one thing that's different is because it's remastered. It's almost like playing a new game.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's going to feel completely different in it if it's built up in a completely different space.
I would agree. Yeah. I would agree with Kickboy on that one. How it is a console seller. I do think that's probably one of the strongest games for the PS5 in terms of a next gen feel.
Just everything, yeah. Next gen feel. It uses the haptic feedback like better than any other game. You know what I mean? Some of these games are using haptic feedback and they're using them well, but Demon Souls, the fact that you could be hit on your shield and you feel that on one side of your pad.
That's madness. That
you feel the feedback through the pad. It's just these little things. Honestly, like me personally, if this was just my tier list, it would go in Game of the Year for me.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest with you, there's not much else I would put up there anyway. So I kind of agree with it being at the top, if that's where you want to go.
Yeah, what we'll do, Jacob, is we'll add a few into Game of the Year, kind of, and then we'll pick the best one out of them three.
Yeah, let's put it at the same time.
Yeah.
In the chat. Well, hello, Chris.
What was that? Whoa. Christopher Boyce. Oh, Boyce. Sorry.
Hello. Hope you've had a good Christmas.
Hope you've had a good Christmas, Chris. So yeah, Demon Souls.
I would put it in Game of the Year.
I'll agree with that.
There's very rarely games that sell consoles. Do you know what I mean? Like this, the thing with Demon Souls, it's not like a game that's been like Gears of War, Halo. It's not a game that was released and then has dragged through and had multiple different versions of itself. Don't get me wrong, it's had Dark Souls, but Dark Souls in itself is its own franchise. You've had Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. Do you know what I mean? Demon Souls literally hasn't had a remaster or anything since its release. It lasted so long, then the servers got shut down, and then for them to make a new generation console, and that is the game they go back to remake, and then it actually sells consoles, it just says a lot. Because when Demon Souls first came out, it wasn't available over here. Straight away. You could only get it imported.
Only the good games are
So
important.
are we all happy with that Demon Souls?
I am.
Right now, for now, yeah. Until like we come across a game that maybe has got, I don't know. When we get talking about some of the things change and we'll see. Right now, I believe that's at the top as well. Not just the way for the game that looks, the way that the haptic feedback that you've said and you've mentioned.
Okay. So speaking on haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, I'm going to say Cold War. So this is one game I can't have a big opinion on. I'm just going on the capabilities that it has with the controller.
It's a tough one. It is a tough one. We're talking about the game as a whole, Sad. So yes, zombies is really good. Multiplayer, not great. But if you take them as a whole, you have to decide as a whole.
That's what I mean. I feel like, didn't you also say that in multiplayer that whole trigger system was shit anyway? So it's not using it.
Personally, for me, just going for a couple of points. Multiplayer, I don't mind in terms of it. It does make me feel like I'm playing original Black Ops again. It is okay. It's not the greatest multiplayer, but it's okay. The haptic feedback isn't great. I really don't like the haptic feedback. It's not fun. It actually makes it harder to play the game. Played zombies recently. Really good. Had so much fun. It was actually a joke. And I feel that what they've done with zombies is they've made it better for everybody.
We need bug snacks, guys.
Bug snacks.
And I've just forgot about it, and I want to dethrone Demon Souls and put bug snacks there.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Nathan.
No, this is the Game Awards, so these are the games that are all got announced at the Game Awards.
There's games that got announced at the Game Awards, and there's also games that we've put in. I personally would put Cold War in. Could have waited.
This game was rushed due to the free studio rotation becoming too tryouts. Shell had work.
The thing is, right, that I said that Cyberpunk's a tough contender. I feel like I want to drop that down to overrated now because I feel like that's what it is as a whole. Like,
Nathan,
if you really put everything into consideration, like, it didn't do well, man. It lost billions of pounds. Like,
it really did. Yeah,
I know it lost billions of pounds.
I had a good time or not, as a whole, like, it was an overrated game, wasn't it? Like,
no, not if you got it on PC. This is what I mean. Like, it's not an overrated game if you've got it on PC. Like, I have it on PC and I don't have any issues.
Yeah, but as a whole, in terms of how much money they lost as a business, how much potential, like, they potentially lost, I'd say, half of the revenue that they would have got.
But is that their fault or is that our fault as a consumer?
Well, that's what I mean. But unfortunately, we cause the hype. But then again, that's what it is. It's an overrated game, then, isn't it?
Deadshot.
Easy Deadshot. Welcome to the We Are Arrow podcast. We're just doing a tier list of the Game Award games. Go on.
I don't know, man. I like I said, I don't think this game should be blamed for consumer, like, at all.
I do.
Like, I'm sorry, you can't complain that a game's not coming out, and then when it comes out, it's not what you want because
the thing is with a company, you've always got two people, haven't you? You've got the guys that make the game, and then you've got the upper guys that walk around with briefcases with note in them, and that's the problem you're fighting. You're fighting not only your own company, you're fighting the guy that wants to publish your game. And if, unfortunately, that's someone as big as like Activision, for example, you're going to have a lot of stresses that come down, the pipeline and yeah, like people, like Boy said, the investors as well.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. You can't blame the game for that. You have to take this game as the game, not as a company. Do you know what I mean? You take the game for the game, not the company. Like, if you want to do it, if you want to play it like that, if this game would have had more time, would it have been better?
Yes.
Then it could be. You could say it should go in Game of the Year.
My question is it better than Cold War?
Yes.
I believe. I don't believe Cold War should be there anyway. I believe Cold War should be.
Right, so this could have waited. I'm thinking now that could be that is probably the middle ground. I know it says could have waited, but maybe that'd be the middle ground.
Like when you've got CD Projekt Red, them guys, their developers are actually actively trying to sue their own company because the conditions and everything else, not just that, and the stresses that was put on them. It's it breaches human rights, man, and it was exactly the same thing.
I know, but we can't. You have to see these games for games.
So the Purple Donkey and Kickboy have just said they should be both be and could have waited.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. It could. You could argue that you're only basing that off on the fact that it doesn't work for one console. So you're telling me this game could have come out on PC, been amazing, fucking shit hot, had top reviews, got Game of the Year, but then just because it's come out on PC, it should go down to overrated because it came on console and didn't work?
No, I'm just meaning that as a not just the point that the little bugs and all the things that are annoying in Cyberpunk, the whole impact Cyberpunk had on the whole on every
industry, yeah.
And industry, yeah.
You could say like the fact that
£1 billion franchise business, we're talking about a multi-billion-pound idea with Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
and £1 billion is, it's a lot of money.
Well, what I was gonna say then, Purple Donkey said it for me. Thinking about how they advertise the game, they advertise it as this is what you're going to get, but you can only play this on PC and the PS5 and the Xbox Series X version is the old generation of the game.
All right, but that's like saying they should have advertised it saying you can play this game on PC, Xbox One, and PS4 or PS5 if you give us more time. Would that have been acceptable if they'd have said you as consumers have to wait? Like if they'd have actually advertised and said you as consumers wait and you get a better game, what would you have said then? You would have actually said, "What the fuck is that? Wait, I want to play the game."
They couldn't have released content earlier than they did because they clearly wasn't ready. Basically, what they had is they had a tech demo that looked really sick, and they showed it off to the world, and then the hype starts, and then your problems occur, which is really what's happened here.
I personally think I've spent a lot of time on this game. A lot of time. I've spent a lot of time playing Cyberpunk, and I personally don't have any issues with the game. The game is unique in what it actually gives you. It gives you so much variety.
I like the little subtle touches.
It's just everything. Sam saw me do a mission today, and he was genuinely like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Do you know what I mean? He watched me do a mission, and he was like, "Wow, that's just
pretty fucking weird what I saw."
You go from anything as little as
it is. Like, I don't want to sound like
wait.
Good game, man. I just
I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna say can we'll leave it there for now. On could have waited. Let's move on, and we'll revisit it once we'll get further in. Nathan, go on, pick a game. Oh, not that. Whatever you want, mate. Whatever you want.
Let's put Hades. Tough contender because I don't think it should dethrone Demon's Souls, but it definitely should be up there.
I think what we're going to do is put a couple in Game of the Year, and then we'll decide between them because I agree with Kickboy in this. I've played Hades. Visually,
mate, this choice is going off gameplay. I ain't even played this, mate. This is.
I've heard this game is fucking hot shit.
Yeah, like I personally, I've played the game. Gameplay, visuals, audio, story are very on point. there's not much you can say is wrong with the game.
Would you get it for Switch?
You what? Sorry.
Would you get it for Switch? Has anyone got it on Switch that they
I
can?
haven't got it on Switch, but I've heard it plays the same on each console.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it'll have a bit of a graphical downscale, but it plays the same. Like Sam said, you've heard the game's hot shit, and I've played the game, and it's really good.
Yeah, apparently, what I'm gonna say, Grill City is not here tonight, but he's been recommending that game for us for like fucking the last 4 or 5 weeks at least since the release.
I also remember Boise mentioning it like before it came out.
Right, guys. I think
I personally put it in Game of the Year, and then you'll pick between them all at the end based off how you feel.
I'm happy to put it there. Jordan, go on, fire away. Next one.
You go first, quick. You go first.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna Final Fantasy VII remake. Right, I'm not gonna ever. Right, so it can't be in here.
I'm just gonna say it's overrated.
Right, so -6. Right,
I'm does it as well.
Overrated.
Could have waited.
You know what? Right.
Could have waited for me.
Is it as good as the original?
The thing is, I don't think it's fair to compare them.
All right. The thing is, I want to put in could have waited as a middle ground, but I shouldn't have named that middle ground could have waited because we waited long enough for this fucking game.
Yeah.
I don't think it's overrated, but it wasn't as good as the original.
See, this is what I mean. Like Steven's saying tough contender because obviously he loves the game. Final Fantasy is his thing. Personally, for me, I think it could have gone and could have waited, just for the simple thing of it not being a complete game. If this game came out as a complete game, then
right, yeah, I will agree with that. It shouldn't be a 3-part game. I think for that reason, it should go and could have waited.
There's nothing overrated about it. You know, the thing is,
the game isn't overrated.
The game is stunning. The story is amazing because we all know the story.
Mm-hmm.
The gameplay, although it's not the original, is still sick. It definitely shouldn't be an overrated.
I think I would be happy to put in could have waited just due to the fact it's not the full thing and you've played the first 10 hours of the original game.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it worked very well. They fleshed the gameplay out, they fleshed out the story, but it's a bit sad. I think could have waited is happy. I'm happy with that. I played it for a bit and enjoyed what I played. Go with you guys. So could have waited. These two probably will be moved most likely, but John,
I think we should put a tier in between could have waited and tough contender. You know?
Shall I?
Yeah, like could have waited. If we're basing off these games that are in here now, there's faults with them that generally could have had a couple more. A couple more.
Okay.
So like sad to put as meh. Or maybe something that's a little bit tougher than tough contender, because like I'm gonna pick Valhalla, and I'm thinking about Valhalla, and I'm thinking, it's not.
So what we call this new row. So could have waited. We'll say is below this one. Yeah. You guys happy with that? And we'll name it. Good maybe. Just good.
Great.
Or maybe playable.
Yeah. We'll do it as a.
Oh wait, yeah, good but not great. That's a good one. Good but not great.
Nice. Good, but not great. Yeah, I like that one. So one sec, let me just change the colour of that. go. Yeah, there we go. So,
Because I was going to pick Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and that's where I'd put.
Valhalla won the real award, right?
Not Valhalla. Is actually so better than Cyberpunk.
Is that because of the returns, though?
It could be. I didn't look that far into it, but I heard Valhalla sold and did better in sales than Cyberpunk.
I think I enjoy Valhalla because Valhalla is going to be what I'm going to pick. I enjoy Valhalla, but it definitely.
Do you want to take Valhalla as your choice, John?
Yeah, I'd say Valhalla was my choice. It was definitely same, if that makes sense. It just, I like the vibe of the Vikings. The game's stunning. It plays well. It should definitely be in good, but not great. It didn't. There's nothing to wait for. The game's finished and it's polished. It's just that it's the same as the last couple that have come out.
What I was going to say. I was like, because it's an Assassin's Creed game, does it play in that sense? Because I know it looks good. If it was called Vikings Valhalla or something like that,
they've gone through this. Yeah, they've gone through this transition. So you had the first Assassin's Creed, and then you obviously you go through and you get Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and then they mix it up, and then you had all the other games and they mixed it up. I think the mix up for this is that when Origins came out and they changed the whole gear system and how the open world was, that was a good transition. That I feel that they've just followed that transition. If that makes sense, it's not changed for a couple.
From the beginning, man, they need to make a new IP. They can't just.
The thing is, I like Assassin's Creed games though, so like for me, they'll come out and I'll just play them and I'll enjoy them. You know, it is good, but it's not great. It's not like
I'm looking forward to playing it. Don't get me wrong, because I've just finished Syndicate and that really had a good ending, and it's kind of ignited my love for Assassin's Creed games. So I'm looking forward to playing it, but I hope it's not. I hope they still got the elements of it. You know, you're right.
I definitely think it's good, but not great.
I've seen it being played. It looks amazing. Yeah, but I agree with everything.
So is it going in good but not great?
Yeah, I think it should go in good but not great.
I'm going to move 7 there as well.
No, I think you should move 7 there. I don't think 7 could have waited for anything.
It couldn't. It was long. It came out.
We waited so long. It came out as it is. We always knew it was going to come out as a 3-parter or a 2-parter.
Yeah, they said that very
come
early,
out.
didn't they?
Yeah, they said that very early. It's come out. It's stunning. It's playable. It's good, but it's not great. It's not great for the simple fact that it is in 3 parts.
Yeah, Nathan.
You grabbing bastards. I'm gonna go with Animal Crossing Game of the Year, baby.
Ooh. Personally, for me, tough contender.
You said earlier about the fact that Demon's Souls is a console seller. This did that 500% fold for Nintendo over the COVID period, and I think that's why it deserves a spot at least at the top.
I know, but would it have sold so well if it wasn't COVID?
I
don't know, but that's the circumstances that we currently live in.
I know, but
Animal Crossing did around 222 million sales. Let me just compare that to Demon's Souls.
Yeah, and you know that includes the consoles as well, which go for fucking what, 300.
I know, but you're changing. It's the circumstance. That's like saying with Cyberpunk, it could be in Game of the Year, but because we didn't wait, it's circumstantial.
Yeah.
All I know is I don't play games for very long, and I've clocked over nearly 500 hours on Animal Crossing.
Personally, for me, I enjoyed the game. I think it's definitely a tough contender. Tough contender because I don't think Animal Crossing's one of these. Like Monster Hunter for me is a perfect example. I can stop playing Monster Hunter for maybe a month, 2, 3, 4, and then go back and pick it back up and smash it around for
Animal Crossing is literally built for that, man. Like
the thing is,
into it and do your dailies.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Do your dailies.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's what people like. People
I
like
know,
doing
but it's got that gotcha feeling, hasn't it?
It's Peng. It's the
In
only
terms-
game that kind of got everyone together again, and everyone made Nintendo rich, and it made me happy.
You see, I'm stuck between both of what you're saying. Like, I would love it to be
Like,
Game of the Year,
this
but
is
I
coming
don't
from a
think
guy
as
that
far
put
as like
Hades there that's never even played it.
You got some-
I put Hades in Game of the Year, and I haven't even ever played it.
I know, but I've played
So
both
like
these.
for me to not put this in the Game of the Year is ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Let it
well,
go. Honestly,
let me see what's everyone else saying here.
let it go in
Like-
Game of the Year. But I honestly,
If-
I personally don't think it should
There
be.
wasn't one bad thing said about this game. I don't think. Like, I don't think there was any flaw in terms of that caused either the company or the consumer any harm. I know that the way that they make the controllers in the Switch are pretty debatable, but
All right, be honest with me. Can you
itself-
play this game casually?
What's that?
I could jump
Can
on
you
this casually. Yeah,
play
an
this
hour a day.
casually? I'm talking like, could you play this game for 30 minutes to an hour and a half a day?
What Animal
And-
Crossing?
It's gripped you for that long at least.
Get what you need out of it.
Animal Crossing, nah.
That exactly. I honestly don't feel
Animal Crossing. I think I have to sit there for at least an hour and a half to get what
just
I
to
want to
get
done.
into it. Yeah.
That's what the game is, though. Like, that's the whole point in it. It's like you do your dailies, and by the time you're halfway through doing your dailies, you've thought about doing something on your island, which you'll switch and you change your mind and you go and do something else. And before you know it, it's fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, and you've spent so long on this game that you didn't even want to spend that long on, and that's why it makes it an amazing title.
Right. So let me have a look at what everyone's saying here.
And it's like you can
So,
be
tough
compassionate, you can give each other gifts. It's what
tough
2020
content.
needed, man.
I feel suspect.
But so if it wasn't 2020, would it be just as good?
Right. Yeah. That for that reason, I would put it in tough
But
content.
that's ridiculous because we are living in 2020, and that
And
did
it
happen.
is the 2020. it is the 2020 game tier list.
I know,
Right.
but this is what I mean. That you debunked Cyberpunk for being circumstantial. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm saying to you the exact same thing you're saying to me. I'm
What
saying if
if?
it had, you're saying if, because it has come out in 2020, it is Game of the Year. But I'm asking you a question: if it came out in a different year, different time, where we weren't stuck indoors all the time, would it have done the same?
You
Would
can
you-
ask that about Cyberpunk. And you
Yeah,
can
right.
get it to do better in better
So
circumstances.
what
But
if?
that's the point I'm trying to prove. But you're saying it doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't, because we're not living in that world that you're thinking about.
But what I'm saying is, as consumers, if we'd have waited,
What if we did it as that? What you see there?
nah, I'd just drop Cyberpunk down. I just don't think that it should be Game of the Year.
As
I played a lot. I put a lot of hours in, and I enjoyed the game. I just don't think
Yeah.
it's got Game of the Year quality.
Right. I think as much as I enjoyed the game, if I'm looking from like actual like a development point of view and the quality of game, yeah, it's a fucking sick game, but it doesn't appeal to everyone. Well, you could say that to for every game, but
Yeah, you could. Like, what I'm trying to get at is not only did it boost sales for the company that created it, it just everything. Like, you think about all the textures and all the little simple things that have had to be made. It cost them fuck all to make it. The profit margin on something like that's what makes it good, because they've literally spent fuck all on making this game, and they've made 500% over what
Why
they
is
were
that profit
pretending to
to be?
do. Because that's what makes a game great. That's what makes a book great.
for me.
If a book sells out, that makes it a really good book. It's the
Yeah, no,
same
but
with any media whatsoever. With
you're
DVD,
making them sales you're making them sales personal to me. They don't mean anything to me.
end of the day, Cyberpunk did sell well, but half of them sales went back to the people
I
that
know, but
bought it in the first place.
sales. I'm basing it off the game that I've played and put hours into.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You've got to do it. Obviously, we can't choose it personally because it won't work like that. You've got to use it you've got to think about it in a collective sense,
Yeah.
and come to a conclusion rather than saying, well, yeah, it personally wasn't a great game for me. Like that's not what this is about.
Collective as a game.
Yeah.
Right. Let's
Not
move on
as
from.
a company.
Let's
Not as
move
a-
on from Animal Crossing. Innit?
As a whole, that includes who made it and what they did and how much money they made through it. Like, or what's the point?
We'll come back to them too. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's you, Jordan.
Last of Us.
Oh, bloody hell! Why'd you go for something so fucking controversial?
Should be in top contender.
I would say around that sort of scenario, good but not great.
The game was great. The game was good.
It, so my opinion's invalid right now.
The game was good. It had a great story. The fact that they changed it up because it could have been very samey in the same that you'd have just played as Ellie, but they changed it up and they added some content in there. The only thing that was bad is it felt like they dragged it out. Like they felt like it felt like they needed to drag it out, but they didn't. So yeah, it could possibly go into good but not great.
Good but not great.
Yeah.
I think Jordan's the only one with the opinion on this one. I haven't played it. I ain't even looked at the gameplay, to be fair.
Well, Kickboy says it's more on the investors. If you enjoy, why not put it in there? Deadshot, hey, I'm sure you just popped in a minute ago, mate. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at fucking old messages. Let me just refresh this shit. Overrated, good, could have waited. So,
I think it's good but not
good but not great.
I think there's a lot, like you would not put this in overrated because it was a little overrated, but you wouldn't just because it's not that kind of a game. It's not crap. It's actually a good game. It's got a great story.
It's the problem with making the first one. Like the first one is
the thing is, if you base it off like this, the first one, Last of Us, was the first game to
Just
make
gonna go to the toilet.
Cry.
Yes,
because of its opening scene, and The Last of Us 2 does the same thing. You don't want to cry, but you physically feel sick because it drags you in the same way.
That's great storytelling as well. Like that's what you need when you've got a single player game like that.
I'd definitely stick it in good, but not great. But you know, that I don't know what everyone else. I don't know what everyone else thinks. I if everyone's played it, I don't. You know, the Game Awards, I don't think it deserved to win as much as it did.
In some ways, I feel like the first one.
The first one kind of dragged it through, almost.
Like you said, the whole dragging out of the story means that they either had no or, you know, it's just living up to the hype in it constantly.
Do you know what it felt like? It felt like they doubted the game they'd made, if that made sense. Like,
I know what you mean.
The bit that they added on at the end, it felt like they doubted what they'd done up until that point, and they felt they needed to add something extra in.
To drag you in.
They genuinely didn't. Like, the bits that they added in the end, they could have been DLC. Like, it could have been DLC.
An extra sort of story or
bits to explain what had happened, so and so, or this and that. But it definitely felt like they doubted what they'd made up until that point and felt they needed to add this extra bit on.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. It needs to be there. 100%.
What's that? Sorry.
Last of Us,
just saying that it feels like they doubted the game they'd made, and that's why they added the extra bit on at the end.
Okay.
But it didn't need it. We were just saying it could have been DLC because of, you know.
I'm gonna go with the second Nintendo Boy, and I want to put it. Probably could have waited, or the Mario one.
The Mario one, yeah.
I'm a little bit pissed off about it because Nintendo controlled fucking sales, and they're making it like a one-time only thing, and they're going to separate the games, and each game will be like 60 quid. So
I feel the game separately are amazing. Like
They are
the games,
masterpieces, yeah.
games on their own
Really good.
are fantastic. But I think what Nathan said, the way that they've brought these games out in this sense, and then they're going to split them up and sell them separately after, is really sneaky.
Like, I can be the biggest fanboy in the world, but it's not okay to recycle stuff and put a big price tag on it and say, here you go. That's not fair for any of the consumers, the new ones that haven't played these games, or the people that, you know, started out playing these games like I did as a kid. I just don't think it's a smart way to sell your products.
No, definitely.
But yeah, I agree. All three of them games are obviously, like, that's the problem when you get packs like this as well, because they're obviously good games, or they wouldn't be packaged together, would they? Like,
I'm not saying that the games are overrated. What we're saying is that them packaged the way they are is overrated.
it's just not a cool way of doing stuff.
Just saying, guys. I don't know what the fuck's up with my Twitch, but I can't see what anyone is saying.
I can read it some out if you want.
Yeah, I can read some off here. Everyone's just talking up. We were just talking about Last of Us, and Rush has just said, like Jordan said, it dragged out when it didn't need to. He said, for me, it didn't push me to keep playing, whereas The Last of Us 1 kept me going.
Right.
Go on then.
So are you guys happy with that? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Do you think?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Avengers.
Ooh.
Could have waited.
No, dude. I honestly, it's very borderline between ET and overrated.
Oh wow.
Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed playing as Thor, and I enjoy. You know when you enjoy playing something new.
Yeah, it gets
In
bored.
terms of like new story, like you just want to know what's going on. But as soon as you finish that story, that's it. Nothing. Nothing at all.
I'm gonna say ET just for the fact that what I've seen of the game doesn't.
I just think that the fact that they've got no player base anymore.
Well, yeah, the play base went down by 95%, 90%.
And don't get me wrong, when your boy Spider-Man drops, I will jump back on and I will play. And you'll probably find that about 70% of the player base jumps back on when Spider-Man comes.
Yeah.
But that in itself will have its own issues, because you'll only have the players who are currently playing now with other characters. Everyone else will be just playing Spider-Man, so you won't matchmake with anyone properly.
Yeah.
So
what else is this? A Square Enix title?
Yeah.
I would say that this is probably the worst title they've ever created.
Yeah, I think
in terms of like actual game. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't look beautiful. I'm not saying that some of the characters don't feel like the characters are just like. It's all right making a really cool story, but you need to have that end game content as well, man.
Yeah, I personally think it is probably right being an ET. You know, just when you don't want to be too harsh. And honestly,
Something's got to go in there, though.
No. If looking at all these other games, like you guys are probably going to put FIFA in there, but it's either going to be FIFA.
For me, it'll be overrated because it's a copy and paste.
FIFA's overrated for me. It's not
definitely Avengers in there.
Yeah. Go on. I think it's you, Jordan. I fucking lost count. Me over who it is. Me. I'm
no, it's right, man. It's right.
I'm gonna pick Spider-Man. And I'm gonna say it straight away. Tough contender.
Is it as good as the original?
And that's what I'm comparing it to. I'm kind of going off what Jordan's, because I've only watched gameplay. I haven't played it.
If anything, it's just as good as the first one.
Then it has to be a tough contender.
If it's just as good, and the only thing that would make it better in anybody else's eyes would be the fact that it's a new game with a new Spider-Man and doing a new story with new powers, new suits, new abilities. So, yeah. And the thing is, I thought they'd reuse a lot of villains from the first one, but they didn't. They only really reused Rhino and Vulture. They didn't actually reuse very many villains, and
Oh,
then
what?
that
Have they got any of the unique ones, or have they got any like from just that game?
from just yeah,
Justin Miles.
the Tinkerer's not in the original.
Right. Okay.
Stuff like that. The Tinkerer's not in the original.
Yeah.
And you will see some others, but like Rhino is used again, but in a different sense, and you'll see him in a different light. It's really good. I honestly didn't have a problem with the game. I really enjoyed the game, and one thing that I thought I would get bored with was swinging around. I generally thought I'd fast travel more because of obviously playing the first one so much. I thought I'd fast travel more, but actually, the way the swinging on this with Miles and how they've used his abilities different, it makes you want to swing. So it's really good.
Yeah. You happy with tough content, Nathan?
I'm happy with that. Yeah, I mean, I haven't played it, but I just know it's a good game.
Is everyone happy with that?
Yeah, I'm game. Whoa, I think Twitch is having some issues.
Yeah, chat's blown up, mate. I can't connect to chat. The stream's working there.
No, I figured that because I'm trying to fucking sort out my phone. I'm like, yo, why can't I fucking look who's in chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just carry on anyway, and
yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll go with.
Go on, Nathan. You tell.
Fall Guys. You know what? They had a rocky season 3 launch, but tough contender maybe. The amount of hours I've seen this household play alone and the fun. And
on the Among Us.
No. Fall Guys.
Fall Guys. Okay.
Especially for my kid as well. Like my kid's played it probably the most, and he loves it to bits. And I can just see why it appeals to that sort of, and it works well, and no one else has done it well to this standard anyway. So yeah, definitely a tough contender or a good but not great game. Because like it's an indie title, isn't it?
I personally, I enjoy this game when I play with friends. Like,
yeah,
play with friends, I hands down enjoy this game so much. It's so much fun.
I've got a question for you. Is it good enough to be good but not great due to it being better with like voice chat?
I'll be honest with you, the voice chat things, it's better that you don't have that because you can have more people playing in terms of like just you can throw your kid on it and he'll pick up the controls really easy, and you don't have to mess around with like monetizing. Not monetizing.
It's user friendly in it by not having voice chat for kids and stuff.
But looking at it now, it's not on the same category as fucking Valhalla, man. Like, so maybe drop it down a little bit.
I don't know. Like, if you take Valhalla for what it is, it's good but not great. If you take Fall Guys for what it is,
it's
good but not great. It's like you've said, it's very well made for what it is. It does really well for its genre, and with friends, if I was to play, if you could only play this game with friends, it'd definitely be a tough contender because the game is so fun with friends. The problem you get is when you play it on your own. For me personally,
there's two ways you can play it as well. Like I've noticed that people, like some people in my household, especially, they'll play to like they don't care if they win or not. They'll just make sure other people don't.
Yeah,
that's fun for them as well. You know.
I definitely think it's good but not great. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be anywhere under that. Like, I think, like you said, for what it is, it's done really well. Like for its genre.
Yeah.
Are you picking Among Us, Sam?
I think I'm picking next, aren't I? No, didn't you just do Among Us?
No, we did Fall Guys, bro.
You genre.
I'm fucking pissed. Right, sorry. No, I'm not picking Among Us. I'm actually picking FIFA 21.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna say overrated, but that's as far because I appreciate the detail that goes into the actual models of the game.
I agree.
And due to that, I wouldn't put in ET just because of
I think
they've got one of the best character creations I've ever seen. You know,
it needs to probably go. The highest I'll allow it to go is could have waited section.
yeah,
Simply
but
because from an art form, because that's all you can really like.
for me, yeah,
In terms of what actually gets done in terms of this, the players get swapped around in the teams and then the teams get put in terms of actual work put in, it's not that much. Like with a normal game you'd have to do all that AAA modeling,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
add a story. Like
Yeah.
this is literally just
I think I agree with you guys. But, I enjoy FIFA, but that's just I think the thing is with games like FIFA and COD, you've got to enjoy a first-person shooter. You've got to enjoy FIFA 21. You got to enjoy sports games. It can be quite hard. I would definitely put it in overrated, simply
Yeah.
because even though it does change a little bit, it still feels like it's the same game. It's been
Yeah.
you could argue, right, that it's a football game. What else do you want us to do? That you could argue that, and that's that's a pretty good point. But it's like for what it is, it's literally the best. But EA monopolize it, and they do it well, and it pisses me off. And
like
the
I just want to SMG Boy just said he said that it should be an ET, but it said that it's being sued over. I know it's been sued over a lot of gambling and laws and stuff like that. But due to even though that's happening, I don't think it deserves to be in ET because from a development point of view, I think it's.
Well, that's what I mean. For what it is, they do it right. It's a good football game, but everything that surrounds it is just bad news, including the war.
I just think it's overrated due to just because of that. Really, I don't think it deserves. I don't know. I would. No, I think overrated is, in my opinion, I think it's where it should be. Because everyone does hype about it, but it's just a copy and paste game at the end of the day. It might change some stats and stuff. But yeah, I think the only, in my opinion, the only game that should be in ET is Avengers, just because what they showed compared to what you got, I just think was very, very shit.
Yeah.
What?
Avengers, yeah, because it looked like the gameplay looked very smooth and like it was 4-player co-op, and they proper played on that 4-player co-op, and I don't know,
I think they played on the hero genre more than anything. I thought they thought, we'll make this game, it's great to us because it's got heroes in, but actually it proves that you could slap heroes on anything, but it's still got to be good. It's still got to be playable.
Yeah.
You can't just get away with fucking.
Basically, it's just that all Avengers seems is an idea that was just scrapped together. Like, it's not thought out in terms of the end game stuff, and the characters didn't feel as much as they should have done. Right? Like that's an ET move.
Yeah, no, I think it's rightfully there.
Yeah,
it should be there.
Is it Tiger? I'm gonna go with Crash, and I'm gonna put it. I want to put it. It's not a tough contender. It's not.
No.
Probably good. Not great. Yeah, probably that one.
So, just on that, what do you right? I know it's not on here, but what would you put Ratchet and Clank, the new game?
What, the new one that's coming
out?
I
know it's not out yet, but whereabouts would you put that on here?
It's a potential right now game of the year for that year that it comes out.
What, Ratchet and Clank?
I believe so. Yeah.
Depends. Like, I think the problem you've got with Ratchet and Clank and Crash Bandicoot and Spyro is
you can't change the game.
Yeah, you can't change what kind of game it is.
Because this Crash and the latest Spyro that came out, they were just remakes of the older games, man. Like the latest Ratchet and Clank is going to be a whole new story.
Oh yeah, but this Crash here that we've got here, this is
one
the
here.
new Crash.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah, this is the new Crash.
I
Crash
sorry,
4.
I thought it was the remake.
This
Sorry,
is oh yeah. So
Oh, yeah, Insane Trilogy.
I
even-
haven't even played this.
this Crash is good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good. They've put in terms of putting costumes in and the way it plays is great. It's just like it's like Mario. You know, Mario is the same thing, but they've made it into something so much different in so many different ways.
Now I know what game it is. I totally agree.
And they've not done this with Spyro. They've or even Ratchet and Clank. Like Ratchet and Clank still plays the same that it did in its original games. Don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to the new one coming through because the way they've done the whole parallel universe,
the no time.
sick.
Yeah.
But you've got to give a little bit something different nowadays. You can't just make another. It's like Gears of War. We talk about it all the time. We loved Gears of War. We loved 1, 2, and 3. But then when you make Judgment, and then you make 4, and then you make 5,
And Tactics,
and they're pretty much all the same game still. It's just like, well,
Fair, man.
well, Tactics is like the RTS in it, like
Yeah.
I'm trying to, but no, yeah, I agree with exactly what you're saying. Yeah,
you got to do something different. Like I said, Mario's a perfect example that they had a game and they've done so many different things with it. You know,
Yeah.
Mario sprites into all different genres: racing, sports, pinball. You know what I mean? He's gone into so many different things.
Yeah.
They didn't just keep him in one place. They moved him around and they made him. They made an absolutely amazing franchise.
So Boyson just said, I feel like those games can't really ever reach a game of the year unless they do something as drastic as Resi 2
I agree.
remake.
I agree.
Which is yeah, fair point. It is. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Crash would, for me personally, I like Crash for what it is, and I think that's the hard bit. You like Crash for what he is and what it is because you know what you're gonna get. I don't feel like they could put Crash. I know they've done Crash Team Racing, but once you've played one team racing game, well, actually, let me rephrase that. Once you've played Mario Kart, you don't want to play a different team racing game that's like that because Mario Kart.
Apart from Crash.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like apart from playing Crash, it's so weird. I think I personally feel like Mario's just ruined them kind of games just because. Could you imagine playing an open world Crash game?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
it would be more. Yeah, it'd be.
do you know what I mean? Like you can imagine playing Mario Odyssey. Even before Mario Odyssey came out, there was games like that already.
Yo, when they're remaking Bugs Bunny Lost in Time.
Bro, trust me. Imagine playing a Crash game open world. Like I could, because I don't know where they go with it. I don't know what they do with it.
Yeah. Nathan, I think it's you, mate. We got 6 more. Let's let me see what
Nathan, did you pick Crash? Nathan picked Crash.
Nathan picked Crash.
Yeah.
What did Boyce just say? The games that can be good and even great, but to complete with the likes of Spider-Man, God of War, Hades, they need to spice it up. Yep, yeah, completely right, man. Completely right. Jordan, go on then. We're on a 1 hour 40 minute mark.
I'm picking Godfall. I'm picking Godfall because Sad's got his list here. He sent me over because obviously he can't send to chat, and he would put this in ET because he sees this as Anthem 3.0, which I agree with him in some sense, but I genuinely think this game could have waited. I personally have played this game, and graphically it's amazing. The gameplay, there's nothing really wrong with it. I just don't think they put enough time and effort in to make it into what they wanted it to. They wanted it to be a looter, but it doesn't play like a looter should play.
Yeah, have you played it, Jordan?
Godfall, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the saying what did they call it now? They said it was a loot-based.
It's a loot-based
fighter.
Game. Yeah, so a loot-based fighter where you're meant to kind of go through replay. Obviously it's meant to be compared to something like Diablo, where it's a loot-based game.
Yeah.
Grind for loot, you get better items, you go on, but they've not done it in the right way. They've not added enough variety in the levels. They've not added enough variety in the map. I don't think it should be ET. I don't think it should be overrated. I genuinely think it could go into that thing of could have waited.
Square is saying could have waited. It's like a really diluted version of Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
what
like
you just said.
Yeah, they've taken bits of other games. They've taken the great bits of other games and tried to make an outstanding game, and they just didn't spend enough time on it.
Yeah.
So it definitely could go into could have waited.
Could have waited.
I personally think could have waited. I genuinely don't think it's a shit game.
I trust your
I trust your judgment on that.
Yeah, I genuinely don't think it's a shit game. Like, it's by far. If anyone would come to you, anyone who's played this game and comes to you and says the game's trash, it's terrible. Honestly, it's not. It's really not. It's just it needed some more love to pull it in the right direction.
Go on then. I'll take Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, this is gonna cause some issues.
From what I've seen, tough contender.
I honest to God think it could have taken Game of the Year.
Definitely, I agree. Square said the same thing. Like, when do you know how in this day and age at the moment,
Jordan, I love how it's serious. I just like I love how serious you just got.
In this day and age, they talk about games that just aren't finished anymore. They talk about games that just always need day one patches, or there's something missing and it's gonna get this, and that. I can honestly say to you, Ghost is the first game in a very, very long time I've picked up, and it has everything in it. You pay one price and you can play the game and play it for a very, very long time.
Yeah. I agree with what you're saying there. Like, I haven't seen a bad review about this game. I haven't. I just haven't seen all.
It's it definitely. Like, I played the hell out of this game. Stephen played the hell out of this game. We've both platinumed it.
Boise has just said that it's better than Demon Souls.
Joseph, if this game would have exclusively come out for PS5, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I feel like that should have a tier of its own.
Well, we're gonna pick a game of the year after anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I've only played maybe I haven't played a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played a lot of it, but what I played of it was mint. It was very nice.
It's just a good game. It's got a good soundtrack, good storyline. It's got a good amount of side quests. It's one of the only games where they've actually taken out, most games you pinpoint something on the map and you get like a line and it directs you to it. Not on this game. They use the wind as your direction. That's your compass. Do you know what I mean? Like, the wind is your compass. So it's not always blowing, but if you're going towards something and you swipe up on the D-pad,
really
the wind blows in the direction you need to go.
Yeah,
they really thought about the game and what the game was and how they could use that to change things up, and that is why it's a good game.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't know that at all. Yeah, that's nice. Unique to that game.
Definitely.
Nathan?
Go on, Nathan. Ooh, the choices.
I just want to choose.
I see you looking at Hyrule. I see you licking your lips.
We'll save that. We'll save it. I want to pick Doom Eternal. Is that Doom Eternal?
Yeah, it is Doom Eternal.
And I want to put it in good but not great.
I agree.
It did better than what the.
Boise just said, "What type of UI is that, Sam?" What Ghost of Tsushima has? It is. Is it meta? Is it meta UI? Am I wrong in saying that?
It's Meta UI. People with big meats and fast treats.
Big meat, fast trees. Fucking hell.
I think it. I'm pretty sure it's Meta UI. Sorry about that. Doom Eternal. What
Good, but
I've
not great.
seen of this game,
It does its job for killing fucking hell demons.
Do you know what really annoys me about the Doom franchise? I want to play them because it's got that chaotic shooting, fucking non-stop gore. The only thing you got to think about is who you're going to kill next.
So yeah, man.
But for some reason, when I start playing them, I don't enjoy them.
Yeah, because you realise that the story's a load of shite.
Yeah, I don't enjoy the
Like-
gameplay. It's almost like it's too chaotic. It's like the Doom. You remember the Doom that came out before came out for PS3 and Xbox?
yeah.
They should have just kept it arcadey, man. They shouldn't have added the whole story bullshit in. They should have kept the gun at the middle of the screen.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
kept it because that's
Mhm.
where it was perfectly created. And
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
making it into this like cinematic first-person shooter now, like you can still make the game look good without having to
To
be
change it completely.
to be that. Yeah. So that's why it's going there.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna pick Among Us.
Shit, I was wondering when someone was going to pick that.
Because
It's just going to be such a hard one because there's so many different opinions about the game.
This game is only good with friends.
I agree,
This game is absolutely shit on your own,
but
it is a sick game.
does that mean it's a bad game?
The thing is, I think it's got the same thing as Fall Guys.
Yeah, it's the exact. I'm happy with it being where Fall Guys is because I see them two as the exact like sort of similar games.
Yeah. Personally, for me, Among Us, if you take the game as a whole, and you have to still, when you're with friends, it's fucking sick. It is.
It is. It
Bonus
fucking is
The
so
best
sick.
Is you can play it on your phone. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe it is tough contender, man.
The game is sick, and it's across PC. It's across mobile phone. It's now going to be on Switch.
Which
Oh.
I'll get.
It is on Switch, yeah.
All these reasons, it's a great game, but I'm not gonna lie, you cannot play this fucking game on your own.
Oh, solo.
A random lobby. It is the worst game to try and play like that because of the game and how it's meant to be played. It just doesn't work in random lobbies. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so bad.
I agree.
I think where we've got it there, I'm quite happy with. I agree with what Boyce just said. It's not on the same level as Animal Crossing, but it is a good game.
Yeah, he says it's better than Fall Guys, but it's not as good as Animal Crossing, which I agree with. It's definitely better than Fall Guys, but it's not as good as Animal Crossing. Nowhere near.
No,
Sick game though, and the guy.
anything you want, pick.
So can I? Is it my pick? My pick?
I think it is your pick, mate. You've got fucking you got Resi 3 or you got Hyrule Warriors.
I'm picking Resi 3, and I'm gonna put it in could have waited.
I know Boyce and I know Grill City would probably disagree with that.
Even I player maybe.
I haven't actually played that, so
I played the hell out of Resident Evil 2 remake. Like, I played the absolute living shit out of Resident Evil 2 remake. I actually platinumed the game. I fucking loved it. I remember one night I went through and I did 5 playthroughs.
I just want to meet you.
Because I just kept playing and playing and playing. The game Resident Evil 2 remake was amazing. Resident Evil 3 remake, though, you know when you always say, Nathan, that Assassin's Creed games come out too close to each other? That's what they did with this.
It's a shame, man. Like
No Clock Tower, Lab sucks.
Was really sick. It's the beginning of Nemesis, right? Number 3.
Yeah.
And they managed. Yeah. If it's maybe it is in the right place.
It just
could have waited.
Could have waited a little bit more to give it a little bit more love.
Mm-hmm.
They changed the way that Nemesis works because he is a bitch. He's an absolute twat because he just.
I remember playing that original and being like, "Yo, That's
like
I don't want to mess with.
he's like X.
Bitch.
He's like X, but on steroids.
Yeah.
So I definitely think if they'd have waited a little bit more, give it a bit more love, it would have definitely been tough contender. Because if Resident Evil 2 Remake was in this list now, it'd be Game of the Year.
What, Resident Evil 2?
Yeah. Oh mate, yeah. Resident Evil 2 Remake is very much up there with when you have like a top 10, top 15 games. Resident Evil 2 Remake for me is very much up there.
Nice.
Like I really enjoy playing that game.
Yeah.
All right, so Nathan, you get the last one.
You get your Zelda boy, mate.
I'm gonna go with probably could have waited.
Nathan, it makes me so happy to hear you say that.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Nintendo bring some great stuff, but this isn't one of them.
I've heard that there's some elements of the actual story that's missing from this game.
Yes,
it doesn't add up.
Yeah, apparently it doesn't add up to the because obviously this one's about all the heroes and about before the calamity, but apparently it doesn't add up properly.
I bet, don't get me wrong, the fun factor for them sort of games is kill as many fucking people as you can.
Oh yeah.
In a lot of time. I don't even see them sort of games as real games in terms of. I see them as just arcadey sort of titles where you're chasing a number every time. It's like for a big score on the leaderboard or whatever. I don't know. I just think mixing that with the Zelda franchise and the fact that they got it wrong anyway, it's not
something
great.
That's heavy story based.
So, yeah, but Zelda doesn't make sense half the time as it is. Like they've made it probably even more confusing with this. And
I think for me, in terms of Dynasty Warrior games, I've got very much pre-programmed nostalgia that when I play this with family or friends, it's really fun. And that really does mix my judgment up when I come to buy these games, because I buy them, I play them for a couple of hours, and then actually realise that without someone else playing with me, it's not actually fun.
I totally agree.
Yeah. No, I agree as well. Is it, does anyone know if it is actually 2-player?
It should be multiplayer, this game. I'd be very.
I'd have thought it would have been, but just because it's a Zelda game, and I'm pretty sure every Zelda game is single player. I'm just curious if it is actually 2-player or not.
The problem you've got is with like co-op games on the Switch, anyways. The Switch doesn't do split screen well. It just doesn't. I don't know if it's the processor that's running or whatever, but it just doesn't. Like even if this game is co-op or whatever, I can't imagine it's going to be a fun time. It's you're going to be running at like 30 frames. It's not going to be what you'd expect from a computer or.
Yeah.
That's the Switch, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. So, what are you guys thinking of this tier list?
I think if I don't know.
I honest to God, I think Cyberpunk should be up there.
I feel that if Cyberpunk goes up, then Animal Crossing can go up, because in terms of them as games, Animal Crossing did it better on release, because obviously Cyberpunk hasn't done it very well on release.
Mm-hmm.
So if Cyberpunk goes up, Animal Crossing should go up in terms of what it is.
What about?
I just feel that if Animal Crossing does go into the Game of the Year, I don't think it beats Hades or Ghost.
So Catherine Catherine has just come into the room, and she just made a point. Cyberpunk, Sony have removed it from their online store.
Yeah, but only because
it doesn't.
Because it causes more of a. They're liable for a lawsuit then.
But could that alone? Because that's a big thing, Like it is a big thing. Does that
deal with CD Projekt, and
does that inflict their rank? Does that bring them down?
I think
it has brought them down. I honestly, I'm gonna throw my opinion out, and this is my personal opinion. If this game only came out for PC, it would be Game of the Year. Cyberpunk,
yeah. I agree with that.
It gives you a lot. It does a lot. it's one of these games where when I'm playing it, I genuinely think, what's going to happen next? I love the game.
This is
If
the
it only
first
came
time
out
in a
on
long
PC,
time.
if it
Yeah.
only came out on PC, it'd be game of the year. If you
Mhm.
want to lump it in with how bad it's done on consoles, then yeah, it shouldn't be anywhere near tough contender or game of the year. So it could go into could have waited or but not great. It's just
Like honestly, I've played, like I said, only a little bit of Cyberpunk, and the story is actually gripping. It's actually fun. The world around you is actually fun to play in. Just if you're fortunate enough to have a good PC, get it for that, and don't look back because
Yeah.
it is a fantastic game.
Yeah, well, Boise agrees with Jordan on that one. He said if it just came out for the PC, it would be, it's very good, but it's literally unplayable on current gen. If they waited for the game, it would have been game of the year.
I think it should have just been one of the things where I think what they've done is they've made it, and it really should work for PS4, PS5, and Xbox.
I was just about to say if they'd have launched it, it's because they bundled in these old consoles, like completely cut them from the rack, have it
pressure.
as a thing.
The pressure of having the old consoles in it. That's all it is. It's the pressure of not leaving your current gen behind for your next gen completely and utterly.
Games like this just don't do well in
No.
whatever specs is going on under the hood for PS4 and Xbox One X. Like, it's clear because it is a next gen title and it does more. It does more.
Yeah.
If Cyberpunk goes up, I think Animal Crossing should go up. But if you put Animal Crossing in with Ghost and Hades, I genuinely think Ghost and Hades, either one of them, is going to hit the top spot because just thinking about them games as a whole now, even Demon Souls, I'm a massive fan, but I don't think Demon Souls even comes anywhere near to Hades and Ghost.
I
Do you know what I
think,
mean?
yeah.
And just think if Ghost was released on PS5 and Xbox X, PS5, sorry. Just think if it was just released on
Mate. And
Just
didn't that get a free game upgrade?
it got an enhancement.
An enhancement, yeah.
But I feel that enhancements don't justify the console, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
you can enhance something, but unless it's genuinely created just
Mhm.
for that,
Yeah.
it doesn't show it off.
Mhm.
But like even Days Gone, I know it's not on this list, but apparently Days Gone is amazing. It's absolutely fantastic on the PS5. Apparently it looks stunning. And I genuinely have seen some gameplay and I really would go back and play it again just because of the way it looks.
Boyce just made a good point. Remember when they said that it ran surprisingly well on the PS4 and Xbox? I remember it was because it got delayed to November, didn't it?
Yeah, the thing is,
They
Probably
delayed it for a month, didn't they? And they said that they're going to be testing it on current gen and all the consoles, and that's their time to make sure it runs well on all generations. And then all of a sudden it comes out and it broke. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. I was watching some of the glitches today on YouTube, and in all honesty, I'd fucking get it for the PS4 just for them.
Just for the glitches.
Yeah, I love glitches. Me in any game, mate, glitches just fucking make me freeze.
Mate, the one glitch the best glitch is the fact that the dick coming out of the pants is so jokes. Like, got to be one of the best glitches ever.
What's that, John?
The dick coming out of the pants.
Oh, when the dick's like clipping through the fucking pants when it's zipped up.
Joke, mate.
so good.
I think it being in could have waited or good but not great is fair.
Yeah.
If you take it as a whole, I feel that Animal Crossing as a whole, I don't know, it could go into the game of the year. The only reason I don't want it in game of the year is I don't feel it would have done as great if it wasn't for COVID. But it has, and it has done great. I just don't think it comes anywhere near to Ghost or Hades.
In terms of single player gameplay, I would agree with you. Ghost is the better choice. It's just I can't really have a say in terms of them three at the top because I haven't played them.
So who's winning this fucking thing then? Yeah.
Who's winning this
I would
team?
say out of the three that's the top,
Ultimate Lord of Games 2020.
I know that Sad said Hades.
I would put Hades in there. Based
But,
on what
Fuck
or-
hell.
I've played both, and I generally prefer Ghost.
Ghost.
So Jordan, you're saying Ghost.
Yeah. Where says Ghost? Boise says Ghost.
Yeah. Then it's Ghost, mate.
Do you know, even Ghost is a multiplayer, Nathan.
Oh shit!
Because Ghost came
Ultimate.
out. It came out as multiplayer, and the multiplayer is fucking fantastic.
Oh
'Cause it has
yeah.
all the unlockables for like they've got sword animations, they've got kill animations, they've got taunt animations, they've got costumes, they've got masks.
Mate.
There's four different classes. All
it
of it can be
fucking-
unlocked from
Is it an
multiplayer.
exclusive?
Yeah, it's exclusive to PlayStation.
I need myself a PS4, man, but like I'm not willing to pay 300 quid for one.
Where the fuck are you going for 300 quid?
Check online. They have gone up.
Yeah, they've gone up.
Really?
Should I get a PS5?
Fucking mental.
Mental. So you guys, that is the end of the tier list. Are you guys happy with how it ends?
I am.
Catherine's
with that
shaking her hand just because Animal Crossing isn't Game of the Year, but we had a big conversation. You'll see it.
Catherine, you can't be
She'll back me up. Like she'll back me up. Like
coming in with this Animal Crossing bias.
Um,
Can't be your favorite game.
I am actually.
Bug Snacks was robbed. You're right.
Boise Bug Snacks was robbed.
Square.
I will be getting that tomorrow when I get paid.
If you want to send me your PlayStation with the game,
Yo,
and you don't want it back, and you want me to give you £100, that's fine by me.
Oh no, he's not going to sell it to you. It's a Final Fantasy VII remake, a limited edition.
Oh,
are you fucking kidding? Yo,
So that's fine,
Steven, I'll buy that off you, me in April.
The worst thing is, the shame of this console is it's not a Pro.
What?
It's a slimline. It's the
What?
limited edition they did as a slimline.
That is so dumb.
I bet.
Why would they even do that?
I've got a Monster Hunter limited edition Pro.
Mate,
You
do you know?
buy-
Do you want to know? I've got the PlayStation 8.
The PlayStation 8.
That's only when you've got two PlayStation 4s out stacked
On top of each other to get that third tier, yeah?
Only sometimes. But Bug Snacks, mate, I would buy that me because I've since I
Is
got
it
announced,
really that good?
I really want to play it.
Yeah, I want to play it.
Yo, Boise, I was gonna say it earlier, but the KFC console. What are you, man, thinking?
Man, all I'm saying is if I can play games and cook my chicken at the same time, then fucking.
It doesn't even cook your chicken though.
It keeps it warm. It keeps it warm.
Like KFC and just put it in my console.
Oi, mate.
It's a ridiculous idea.
It's
I
fucking-
agree, but mate, apparently it's in terms of specs, it's meant to slap the PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Nah, it can't do
Yeah,
shit.
Honest.
It's a PC, isn't it?
Apparently it's going to be $2,000.
Yeah, it's a rip off.
It's got a 30 series graphics card. But yeah,
Kernel's doing business.
it is a PC at the end of the day. It's not a console. I don't think it should be a console because it's built
It
like
is
a
a
fucking
PC.
brick house. It is a PC.
Oh
You
man,
can't-
you're spending $2,000 on a console. It's not a fucking console. No,
And it's not a home entertainment system.
But yeah, the guy down the everyone on my street's got a home entertainment system at $2,000.
$2,000. Fucking hell. Yeah, that's mental. KFC console. We will be reviewing that next week, definitely, because that'll be a good chat. That
KFC, if you want to send us a console to test and a bucket of chicken, I'm game.
Yeah, I'm down for
You man can have
of
a console.
course,
that. Eat it cold.
of course. So yeah, that's 2020 Ultimate Edition. We will be. Let me just make sure I save that. So we've got it. For,
We just asked from our sponsors one last time, I guess.
yeah, go for it, Nathan. I'll let you.
Warrior
go on.
Gaming. Check them out. fantastic. Can we get a link for the website in the chat?
Yeah, Jordan.
If you use error 10, our code at checkout, you will receive 10% off. It helps you, it helps us, it helps them. Everyone's a winner.
Everyone is a winner.
They do consoles, tax-free cash, you name it, they've got it. 10% discount. Error 10. Use the code at checkout. Thank
Safe, lads. Right, guys, that is it for 2020.
It's been fun.
It's been a shit year.
It's been a shit year. It fucking has. But hopefully next year.
I don't know. I honestly feel that you have to come prepared for 2021, man.
Oh, mate, there's some big things.
It's just not going to be. Life is. We've had this for a year nearly. I genuinely think it's going to be the same going up until the year next year, and things are not going to be the same.
We're looking at then probably the next 5 to 10 years.
Bro, do you know what's weird? I'm watching shit on TV, so I'm watching Criminal Minds at the moment, and I'm watching, and I'm genuinely looking at them thinking, why are they shaking hands and why are they wearing masks?
You're gonna start seeing TV come in, and there's like they'll have distance. People will be like 2 meters away from each other, and none of that handshake.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's crazy.
Weird,
Fuck COVID, man.
Trust.
I am in tier 3, me, so I'm working tomorrow. I'm working for a whole of January in the shopping centre, where I have to slap people's hands for touching things. I don't really.
You got your little beat stick, your 2 meter beat stick.
Just
what it's about, mate.
I'm like a bouncer at the moment, me. I'm basically just nobody else. Yeah, for some reason I'm the only one who goes to the front and stops people from coming in.
You're
like a fucking mountain.
Sam's doing his count. He's like, yo,
mate, kids try to come in, and they fucking shit themselves because like, like, yo, hang on a minute, mate.
Yeah, it's because they don't expect to see fucking BFG when they go to buy.
Yeah, I am enjoying it anyway, so at least you get paid.
That's what it's about, man.
Get that money cash.
Get them Benjamins.
Steven says, if I can beat, you're too close. Steven, that sentence sounds so bad, mate.
If I can beat you.
If I can beat you, you're too close.
There we go. If I can beat you, too close.
If you can wank me off, you're too close.
If you can get close enough to my aura.
If you can wank me off with your mouth.
Careful, I've got the power of a saying. Jordan knows. My aura's too strong.
It's over 9,000.
Anyway, guys,
how bad is that? 9,000 doesn't seem like nothing anymore.
9,000, mate. I was talking to Gavin, and he would tell me what fucking Goku and Vegeta are on now. I'm just like,
yo, do you not know where they're up to, bro? These men are insane, bro.
These men are just like, fuck, man, I don't even know what the fuck they are, man. They're like, what Ultra Instinct or something.
Oh, bro.
Is that what they're on? Is that what Goku's on now?
Yeah, but just think, this is still all set before GT. So it's all still set before Super Saiyan 4.
That's so dumb, that.
Super Saiyan 4 is my favourite transformation. It's
Super Saiyan 3, man.
No, man. Super Saiyan 4, bro. Fuck that nasty long hair.
You man don't want to see me go Super Saiyan 4.
Bro, you don't have enough hair to go Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, fucking Krillin Super Saiyan 4. look at the length of them hairs.
Yeah, what's face in Ultimate Muscle? You go Super Saiyan and you'll just get that little flicker hair.
Man, I'll watch Ultimate Muscle. Yo, go watch Mob Psycho, mate. It's fucking sick. Right, anyway, guys, let's fucking wrap this up.
Yeah, it's been lovely.
This has been We Are 2020. Fucking.
Remember, guys, next week
2 seasons.
3. Next week in the new year is season 3, episode 1.
Guess what? So next year, you guys are gonna get 3 seasons. I think that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
That's what your eyes will be doing.
It's only gonna
Season
get-
2. Let's go. Next year, season 3. We'll see you. Everyone, hope you've had a good Christmas.
Have a lovely New Year.
Have a good New Year's. We love you. We appreciate you.
Peace.
We'll see you next year. I'm playing the outro. Enjoy. Peace.